Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Today our group will present our innovation under Team 3, the B40 Dilemma and Financial Inclusion. So the B40 refers to the bottom 40% income group in Malaysia. Although Malaysia has a significant progress in expanding access to financial service, many B40 households remain financially vulnerable due to low and unstable income, rising living costs and limited financial protection. Micro Takaful was introduced as an affordable Sharia-compliant protection scheme for low-income communities. However, its adoption remained relatively low because many B14 households are unaware of its benefit or struggle to make regular contribution due to financial constraint. Furthermore, many existing assistance programs rely heavily on corporate social responsibility or CSR initiative. While this program provides temporary financial relief, they are donation-based and cannot guarantee continuous long-term protection. Therefore, there is a need for a more sustainable and community-driven financial protection model. The B14 community continues to face several key challenges that increase their financial vulnerability. First, micro takaful participation remains low as many households have limited awareness and perceive takaful as unaffordable. Second, many B14 families experience irregular and limited income, making it difficult to commit to consistent monthly contribution. They often have little or no emergency saving, leaving them financially unprepared for unexpected events such as accident, illness, or job loss. Fourth, many families still depend on CSR program and government assistance whenever financial hardship occurs. Although this initiative provides short-term support, they cannot offer continuous financial protection. Finally, there is no sustainable protection model that can consistently safeguard B14 households while remaining financially viable for takaful operators. This challenge clearly demonstrates the need for an innovative, sustainable and Sharia-compliant micro takaful model. In the next section, we will identify the specific financial and health risks faced by the B14 community through a risk identification process.
Moving on to risk identification, we need to examine why the 40 group is constantly vulnerable to financial crisis. So we have identified two primary categories of risk that pose major threat to their survival. Let's look at the financial risks that these households face every day. First, they face income volatility because majority of this group rely on the informal sector for work. Their income is not stable, so when the economy slows down, they face immediate financial trouble, making it hard for them to plan for the future. Second is the risk of job loss. Without any stable income, they are also exposed to the risk of job loss. If the main breadwinner or the head of the family lays off, they have no saving or insurance to fall back on and leaving the family without any safety net. Third, they face a lack of emergency reserve. By having minimal saving, they are unable to absorb unexpected costs, which force them to take on debt just to survive. These financial worries are made more dangerous by health risks, which can destabilize their life at any time. First, health risk is critical illness. So when the chronic disease occurs, the high cost of the treatment often use up all their savings, leading to the extreme financial difficulties. While medical emergencies are also significant concern because public subsidy basically do not cover everything, placing a heavy burden on families who have limited budget. Lastly, we need to consider the loss of earning power due to two major life events, which is disability and the death of life earner. In the case of disability, family lost the only sources of their income if the earner can no longer do work. But in the event of death, the situation becomes more even critical.
Now, let's look at our RiskMax dashboard. We map the exact financial and health threats keeping B40 families in poverty. Look at the red zone right here. Two critical risks are flashing, which is income volatility and also insufficient emergency reserve. For gig workers and micro traders, this is reality. They have no fixed monthly salary and also zero emergency savings backup. Our risk rating chart on the right shows that the ultimate strategy here is risk transfer. When a crisis hit, a temporary charity or corporate CSR just a temporary band-aid. To truly protect them, we must structurally transfer their risk. That is the exact justification for our project. Let's meet our solution, which is Khairat B40, the digital wakaf and takaful pool. Our objective is to replace unpredictable charity with a self-sustaining financial safety net for Malaysia's B40 community. How does it work? It is frictionless. Users contribute just 50 cents a day through a round-up feature linked to their very e-wallet transaction. The funds are also split into Tabaruk Fund for instant protection and also a Wakaf investment fund to grow the pool so the operator never goes bankrupt. If a contributor is hospitalized, they just upload their discharge letter and a 50 ringgit daily cash payout is credited within 24 hours to replace their lost daily income. The novelty, Unlike traditional insurance with rigid monthly bills, Khairat B40 offers flexible micro contributions and shift from charity to a sustainable wakaf model and delivers lightning fast payout.
Hi, my name is Aina. So next, how can this innovation structured so that Sharia compliant is commercially sustainable without relying on seasonal CSR fund? First, the proposed Sharia compliant framework use a hybrid contract between wakaf and tabarruk under the wakalah structure. This innovation purpose startup capital funded by the wakaf as a financial cushion in the event of the surge in demand. The minimum monthly contribution from the B40 is channeled into the tabarruk fund for the purpose of community risk sharing that all managed by takaful operator under a taxpayer wakalah fee. Additionally, any excess fund will be invested into the low risk that a Sharia compliant sukuk. Next, one aspect of sustainable business model. This innovation proves that B40 protection can be generated commercially on a large scale. The cover operator can avoid the risk of bankruptcy and achieve long-term stability through three main strategies. The first one is through community scale and scalability. Direct collaboration with PPR association allows mass enrollment. This large volume stabilizes the risk pool and allows the model to scale rapidly nationwide. Next, revenue and safety model. In addition to the monthly management fee, the operator earn investment fees for managing their sukuk investment. This growing wakaf fund then act as a permanent shield to absorb high claim, protecting the operator from financial distress. And lastly, digitalization of costs. The use of eKYC and AI-based claim processing eliminate traditional agent commissions and cut administrative costs to the absolute minimum. So in conclusion, this proposed model provides a win-win situation, giving impact to the B40 and remaining profitable for takaful operator. Next, I will leave for Darin for commercial impact.
Next, I will present the commercial and social impact of Khairat B40. From commercial perspective, Khairat B40 creates a strong business opportunities for takaful operators. Through a scalable digital model, operators can reach a larger B40 market in mention. This helps expand their customer base while generating stable and sustainable revenue. With low operating costs through digital systems such as eKYC and automated claims, operators can also improve efficiency and reduce expenses. From a social perspective, Khairat B40 improve financial inclusion by making takaful protection more affordable and accessible for B40 families, especially gig workers and informal workers. It provides financial support during emergencies such as illness, hospitalization, and loss of income. Overall, this innovation reduces financial burden and creates long-term benefit for both takaful operators and society.